We live in an age of social interconnectedness. We're globally in touch. We have hundreds and thousands of friends, all on Facebook and Twitter. But we can't afford to be finger-thumb warriors. We have to understand that if we don't make a concerted effort to get in touch and understand what the world we're a part of is feeling and having to deal with on a day-to-day basis, we'll become isolated. The universe will never come out to rally behind us when we need it the most.
Have your questions answered today.
There's a lot that separates us as South Africans. First names, paychecks, religions, creed and colour aside, our lot, it seems, is the challenge of individual sacrifice that goes into owning the plight of our neighbouring communities. This truth became more apparent as I took to the streets on the 7th of March after getting wind of some of the rationale and justification for some not getting fully behind the state of the people. It sat heavily with my heart, and I wanted to know why by asking why it's so important to display solidarity both on and off the streets.
Any excuse why we should not be united today?
All the time.
Not only today, but tomorrow when people are marching for non-employment, white people must join us. The only reason I didn't join today is because people are selecting. White people only join when it's about white people's interest. When it's the black people's interest, the white people must join us. They must go tomorrow and join the people in those people who want housing in Sea Point. White people must go. White people must go. It's as simple as that.
Do you think any of those are valid reasons to sway us away from our unity?
I feel that it's just an excuse. I feel that you should unite because you believe in something, not because someone else is not doing it. I think that it's petty.
There's a resounding sense of pain and isolated abandonment coming from the sum in total of our citizenry. One made up of skeptics and cynics, pessimists, and even the enthusiastic about our condition made clear their need for each other is stronger than the desire for a unity linkage between politicians and the populace.
We can't have leaders misleading our democracy. We can't have that. Helen Zuma must fall. In order to go national, we have to start at home. The main issue with all these protests, they are led by political parties. And political parties are the very same organizations that are making our country to be chaotic. Because when the president reflects on this, he will say the Democratic Alliance as an opposition party, not the South Africans. So that is the problem with political parties that are messing our country and want to lead the strikes of the people. This is the state of the people challenging government as well as the presidency to make the men resign. But why are we now led by an opposition party that has failed to do that in parliament, where we have elected them to go in parliament and stand for us as the people? They failed there. What are they going to do now?
Civil society actually holds government accountable. It's not just about Zuma. It's got to be about organizing our society so that we as citizens actually take control and hold government accountable. And it's not a white issue today. Lots of people are saying don't come and vote, don't come and march because it's a white march. It's not. SAFTU is called, the Communist Party is called, down with Zuma. So this is the first step. The next step is holding government accountable.
The widening disconnect in our society has gained momentum over the past 22 years. While we rely too heavily on media platforms to fuel this disconnect,
Zuma must go. I'm here today because I'm from Mitchells Plain. And our children are being killed daily in Mitchells Plain, Tafelsig, Lavender, and Zuma's coming forward. Zuma's rising and the country's expanding and our kids are dying. He's thriving and our kids are dying. So enough of him. He can go back to the rat hole where he came from. Thank you.
never encouraging us to step out and touch base in support of the struggle and difficulties of neighboring communities to lessen their load. These media platforms ensure we're given a scapegoat in the form of a personality, but never out of principle does it point to our individual role of accountability we owe to each other.
We shouldn't stand around and do nothing, because everybody thinks somebody else is going to do something else, and no one goes. So we are here to show our voice today.
We treat the media as though it's the weatherman, looking out for only storms that would affect us, because keeping our own feet dry is much more important than ensuring if there's shelter for others.